Each year, our skies become 10% brighter due to light pollution. On the surface, excessive bright lighting doesn't seem like a massive problem, but it has drastic negative effects on our various wildlife. The main culprits of light pollution generally track from excessive outdoor lighting, whether that be residential floodlights or uncontrolled street and sports field lights. The light reflects up into the atmosphere and washes out our night skies, leading to many problems. As technology surges forward, efficient, cheap light sources such as LEDs become more widely used, which emit unfocused light and contribute to the problem.
There is something that came out a few years ago, a term called the insect apocalypse. This is like a total collapse of insect populations, which could be disastrous because this is all the insects that are beneficial to us and those that we may not like, because they are the base of all of these food pyramids that we have in the wild. So without them, we're not going to see the birds and the other mammals and the reptiles that we need. So if we are killing our insects because they're not able to do what they need because of this light pollution, that is going to impact our environment at a very, very fundamental level. One thing that we point out in our presentation, especially with birds when they're migrating, they do need the stars to migrate. And if they do not have a view of the night sky, they'll become disoriented. These animals have evolved to navigate by the stars, and when they can't see them, they're not able to do what they're supposed to do, unfortunately.
So, we've heard what light pollution can do to our society, but we need to know how to solve it.
Lights Out Connecticut was first a outreach program to advocate for dark skies during the migratory season for birds. So the idea was if we shut off our lights across the board, the birds would be able to follow their natural routes that they have been migrating along for millions of years now, and they would simply get down to their wintering grounds without being harmed. We want to spread that message. We first were advocating for a lights out bill, which actually passed the House, the Senate here in Connecticut and signed by Governor Lamont. But this only applies to state-owned buildings. Obviously, there's a lot more buildings in the state that are not owned by the state of Connecticut. So we have to continue and push for town municipal buildings and private buildings and corporations.
Dark Sky International notes that if a baby saw 250 stars at birth, it would only see 100 stars when it turned 18 from that area. This is just one of the many statistics that will stay stagnant unless proper measures are taken to reduce light pollution, and it's shockingly easy. In your home, don't use excessive outdoor lighting that will spill onto your neighbor's property or reflect into the sky. When you're driving, avoid overusing the brights unless absolutely necessary. Pledge yourself to Dark Sky International or a local organization such as Lights Out Connecticut in order to advocate for light pollution laws. The problem falls on us to mitigate, and the fate of our skies, wildlife, and health lies in our hands.